And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Come on. Hey. Hey, listen. Unlock line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the counter, it's Taylor. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And the Rams at 5-8, 3 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Open man right side is cut complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Hey, 50. 11. Hey, 70.
3rd and 2, Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Willis. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is out of bounds bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and 10, Taylor now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Willis. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4th down, Willis. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Willis. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. The toss here completed to Pittman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Willis going to try to run it, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. Touchdown, Colts! Mo Alley Cox, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Colts 7. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league.
He's got a man complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2nd and 11 at the 41. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
That's good. Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Dancing to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Seibert's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken just shy of the 10. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Going right back to Akers. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes us up to the 47. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Rolling to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman
yards.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford.
And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Stafford out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Alert!
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
40 got! 40 got!
Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
21!
They give up the middle to Akers.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Big 20! Hurry!
Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right way to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
22!
To throw is Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and he will bring it interception return for a Colts TD.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away.
From the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
Stafford here, coming off his pick six. Man open is Robinson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
Middle. Double right.
Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee from 13 yards out. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Willis will look to pass again here. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Willis. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, running a quick slant or something like that.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Here's James returning.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
But doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time. The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Willis to throw.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Pass complete to Taylor, and he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right.
Here's Willis.
Rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Throwing, Willis.
He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter.